Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This video is about soft tissue tumors which are related with adipose tissue. These are the references for this video. Lipoma is a benign tumor of the fat and it closely resembles to normal fat. Only difference between lipoma and normal fat is circumscription. It is the most common soft tissue tumor in adults and composed of well-differentiated adipocytes which are benign and well circumscribed. The common site is the subcutaneous tissue of the upper half of the body, especially the trunk and neck. It is a tumor which is usually present in adults, and the patient with multiple tumor often have relatives with a similar history. Clinically, it is a soft, mobile, painless mass, and the conventional type is the most common subtype of this lipoma, from which rare variants, which we are going to see in subsequent section, are distinguished according to characteristic morphologic and genetic features. Some lipoma have no cytogenetic abnormality and may present localized adipocyte hyperplasia, while the aberration involving long arm of chromosome 12 and short arm of chromosome 6 are common, and it is also associated with loss of portion of long arm of chromosome 13. There is a translocation between the chromosome number 3 and 12 which result in the generation of fusion gene involving the HMGIC gene, which is a member of high mobility group of proteins, and the LPP gene, which is a member of LIM protein family. The conventional lipoma are the most common variety, and these are the well encapsulated soft yellow mass of mature adipocytes. The intramuscular lipoma are large and poorly circumscribed, while the lipomatosis is the term which is used to describe multiple lipomas involving a limb. The angiolipomas are small, well circumscribed subcutaneous lipoma with extensive vascular proliferation. Usually these angiolipoma occur in the upper extremities of and trunk of young adults, and these are often multiple and painful. Other variants of lipoma are fibrolipoma, myxolipoma, chondroid lipoma, myolipoma, spindle cell lipoma, pleomorphic lipoma, and the malignant transformation is rare, while the treatment is simple excision. This is the gross picture of lipoma. These lipomas can be pedunculated and circumscribed soft tissue masses which are present subcutaneously on the and this cut surface of the lipoma is showing that it is closely resembling to the normal fat, except that it is well circumscribed. So the lipoma is composed of mature adipocytes which exhibit clear cytoplasm due to presence of fat globule, and the nucleus is pushed toward periphery. This illustration is showing the histologic appearance of lipoma. There is a capsule with underlying mature adipocytes, and these are frequently lobulated and separated by thin fibrous septae. Angiolipomas are well circumscribed small tumor. They develop shortly after puberty and painful, and characteristically they are multiple. They are present subcutaneously and involve trunk and extremities. Vascularity is often limited to the periphery of the tumor and hyaline thrombi are common. The angiolipomas in which the vascular component predominates are termed as cellular angiolipoma, and they can be misdiagnosed or confused with Kaposi sarcoma or angiosarcoma. Uh, it is suggested that these tumors are basically hemangiomas with fat as they lack chromosomal aberrations. The liposarcomas are malignant tumor of the adipose tissue, and these are the most common sarcomas of the adulthood. These liposarcomas accounts for about 25% of all malignant soft tissue tumors, and they affect after the age of 50. The peak incidence is between the 60 to 70 years of age. They usually develop in the soft tissues which are deeper and in the proximal extremities, deep thigh and retroperitoneum. And the types of the liposarcoma are myxoid, round cell liposarcoma, well differentiated liposarcoma, and pleomorphic liposarcoma. The well differentiated liposarcoma are associated with amplification of chromosome region 12q13 to q15, which include the p53 inhibitor MDM2, and myxoid and round cell tumor are associated with generation of a fusion gene by the translocation between chromosome number 12 and 16. The TLS slash FUS gene on chromosome 16 is fused with the DDIT3 gene on the chromosome 12. The TLS FUS gene product is a novel RNA binding protein with substantial homology to the Ewing sarcoma protein, while the DDIT protein is a transcriptional repressor. The translocation will arrest adipocyte differentiation, leading to unregulated proliferation of primitive cells. The pleomorphic liposarcoma has got complex karyotype without any reproducible genetic abnormalities. The morphology of the lipoma depends on the proportion of adipose, mucinous and fibrous tissue. The well-differentiated variety of liposarcoma may resemble normal fat or may show fibrotic or gelatinous cut surfaces, and histologically they exhibit mature adipocytes with scattered atypical spindle cells. The myxoid variety of liposarcoma shows abundant extracellular matrix with branching capillaries and primitive cells at various stages of adipocyte differentiation resembling fat. The pleomorphic liposarcoma is grossly soft and gelatinous with areas of necrosis, hemorrhage and cyst, while histologically there are sheets of anaplastic cells with bizarre nuclei admixed with variable number of immature adipocytes. These are termed as lipoblasts. These lipoblasts are very early adipocytes with univacuolated or multivacuolated cytoplasmic fat vesicles indenting the nucleus. These are frequently seen in liposarcomas but also present in reactive or regenerative conditions. The well-differentiated liposarcomas are about 5 to 10 cm in diameter, but the retroperitoneal tumor are large and can measure up to 40 centimeters in diameter and weigh more than 20 kilograms. They are composed of large amounts of mature fat and therefore can be confused with the lipoma if sampled inadequately, and sclerosis, prominent lymphoid aggregates or inflammatory aggregates are also present, and the defining feature of this well-differentiated liposarcoma is the presence of atypical neoplastic stromal cells with large irregular nuclei and hyperchromatic chromatin. The dedifferentiated liposarcoma arises in the pre-existing well differentiated tumor and is usually composed of a monotonous population of mitotically active spindle cells, although some tumors may be pleomorphic and resemble undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma. This photomicrograph is showing the mature adipocyte with scattered spindle cell with hyperchromatic nuclei. The dedifferentiated liposarcoma is the emergence of a non-lipogenic component within an atypical lipomatous tumor, or rarely in myxoid liposarcoma. These are present at the time of the original excision but is much more commonly seen in recurrent or metastatic foci. They are common in retroperitoneal neoplasm. Microscopy of these dedifferentiated liposarcoma. This dedifferentiated component is usually high grade with an appearance reminiscent of fibrosarcoma or undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma with or without myxoid feature. They can be homologous or heterologous. Heterologous are characterized by the evidence of divergent differentiation such as skeletal muscle, cartilage or blood vessel, while homologous are characterized with the appearance of a pleomorphic liposarcoma. Grossly, they exhibit discontinuous micronodular pattern throughout the tumor occasionally, while whirling pattern with mural-like or meningothelial-like appearance associated with metaplastic bone formation is also seen. They are positive for PPAR gamma immunostain, which is also positive in quarter of other sarcoma types. On the left, this is the gross picture of dedifferentiated liposarcoma of the retroperitoneum, which is leaning on the kidney, which is a common occurrence. The photomicrograph on the right is showing dedifferentiated area in the atypical lipomatous tumor of the retroperitoneum. Dedifferentiated liposarcomas have got same genetic changes as the pre-existing well-differentiated liposarcoma. However, there are some additional mutations such as amplifications, for example, gain of 1q21, 6q, 20q or 12q, and deletions such as loss of 13q or 11q and TP53 mutations. The dedifferentiated component can also be low grade with a resemblance to fibromatosis, well differentiated fibrosarcoma or osteosarcoma. The event's atypical lipomatous tumor is a tumor with increased cellularity but fewer than 5 mitoses per 10 high power field in the non-lipogenic component, and it should not be equated with conventional high-grade dedifferentiated tumor in view of their significantly different behavior. This is a photomicrograph which is showing a dedifferentiated liposarcoma, which is composed of hypercellular proliferation of spindle cell without evidence of any lipogenic differentiation. The myxoid and round cell liposarcoma are most frequently seen in the proximal extremities but are exceedingly rare in the retroperitoneum. The myxoid liposarcoma consists of univacuolated signet ring lipoblasts and variable amount of primitive ovoid to round cells embedded in vascularized myxoid stroma, and the round cell liposarcoma represent a poorly differentiated form of myxoid liposarcoma and contain a high proportion of primitive round cell and little amount of myxoid stroma. This photomicrograph is showing myxoid liposarcoma with abundant eosinophilic ground substance, and a rich capillary network. There is scattered immature adipocytes and more primitive round to stellate cells. Pleomorphic liposarcoma have an appearance like undifferentiated pleomorphic sarcoma, and it has numerous large bizarre tumor cells, and they also contain lipoblasts. The behavior and clinical features of these liposarcoma are different according to histological subtypes. The well-differentiated liposarcoma is indolent in behavior, while myxoid is intermediate, and pleomorphic sarcoma is aggressive in behavior. The atypical lipomatous tumor in the extremities usually do not recur, but if adequately excised, but the retroperitoneal tumor are usually not completely resected, hence recurrence is high. While for the myxoid tumor, the recurrence is intermediate, and pleomorphic sarcoma, the recurrence is very much high. The metastasis for the well-differentiated tumor is no, they never metastasize, and the myxoid are intermediate metastasis, and the pleomorphic liposarcoma, they readily metastasize. The 5-year survival or prognosis for the well-differentiated liposarcoma is, and for myxoid liposarcoma, is 70%, while it is very bad for the pleomorphic liposarcoma. The round cell variety of these liposarcoma joins the pleomorphic variant in the clinical behavior. Atypical lipomatous tumor are similar to ordinary lipoma both grossly and on low power microscopy, but on closer inspection they show scattered tumor cell with large deep staining nuclei, and they are termed as sclerosing subtype when atypical cells they concentrate on fibrous strand that traverse the adipose tissue lobules, or they termed as lipoma-like subtypes when the atypical cells scattered among the mature adipocyte. Some of the atypical cells have features of lipoblast by virtue of the cytoplasmic vacuoles producing nuclear indentation, but most do not do so. And some of the nuclei have sharply outlined vacuoles that is termed as log-Kern, and which on the ultrastructure level are seen to correspond to the invagination of the nuclear membrane, that is the pseudo-inclusions. On the left, this is the gross picture of the cut section of atypical lipomatous tumor, which is well circumscribed and closely resembled to the ordinary lipoma. While on the right, this is the photomicrograph of the atypical lipomatous tumor, which is showing that there is a sclerosing type of the tumor. The behavior of atypical lipomatous tumor varies. These atypical lipomatous tumor do not metastasize unless undergo differentiation. If they affect somatic soft tissue, they may reoccur, but these recurrences are controllable and patient never die of this disease. If these atypical lipomatous tumor affect retroperitoneum, there is very high incidence of recurrence, and some of these tumor area develop dedifferentiating appearances, and considerable number of people die of this disease. Therefore, some people label the somatic soft tissue atypical lipomatous tumor as atypical lipoma, while retroperitoneal lipomatous tumor, atypical lipomatous tumor, as well differentiated liposarcoma. But usually the term atypical lipomatous tumor is used for both. The myxoid liposarcoma is a term which is used when they exhibit myxoid changes
And lipoleomyosarcoma is term which is used when there is smooth muscle bundle presence. Frequently, inflammatory liposarcoma or lymphocyte-rich liposarcoma are also seen, which are characterized by the presence of inflammatory cells which are located within the cytoplasm of the giant cell tumor. They may present with or without the myxoid or lipomatous dedifferentiation. Lipoblastoma or lipoblastomatosis usually affect children and infants below the age of 5 years. However, some cases occur in adolescents also. It affects proximal portion of lower and upper extremities, while grossly these are benign, soft and lobulated lesions. Uh, they are termed as benign lipoblastoma when they are well circumscribed, and also termed as embryonal and fetal lipoma, while they are termed as lipoblastomatosis when deep-seated and ill-defined. Histologically, they closely resemble fetal fat and confused with myxoid liposarcoma because of the presence of lipoblasts, a plexiform vascular pattern, and abundant myxoid stroma. Electron microscopy is also similar to that of myxoid liposarcoma, and they are distinguished from the myxoid liposarcoma on the basis of young age, distinct lobulation of the lesion, and absence of giant cell or pleomorphic nuclei. The genetic aberrations are associated, such as rearrangement of long arm of chromosome 8, with the implicated gene being pleomorphic adenoma gene, and partner genes are also identified that are HES2 and in the long arm of chromosome 8 and COL1A2 in the long arm of chromosome 7, and there is also gain of chromosome 8 with or without simultaneous rearrangements in the long arm of chromosome 8. On the left, this gross picture of the lipoblastoma is showing the lobulated appearance, and it is mucoid in appearance. While on the right, this is photomicrograph of the lipoblastoma, which is showing resemblance with the myxoid liposarcoma. Hibernoma received its name because it resembles the brown fat of hibernating glands of animal, a similarity that is maintained at the electron microscopic level. These are rare tumors, benign in behavior, and occur usually in the interscapular region, axilla, thigh, mediastinum, and retroperitoneum. Grossly, they show typical brown color, while on microscopy they exhibit an organoid arrangement of large cell with centrally located nucleus and a cytoplasm filled with many small vacuoles that stain for neutral fat. Cytogenic alteration is the chromosomal change in the long arm of chromosome 11, and some hibernomas are also termed as hybrid tumor when the features of hibernomas are seen mixed with ordinary lipoma or of spindle cell lipoma. There are some myxoid area also, and these are termed as myxoid areas, hibernomas with myxoid matrix. The malignant soft tissue tumor, in which many of the tumor cells have feature of brown cells, occur and are regarded as a morphologic variant of liposarcoma. On the extreme left, this is the gross picture of the hibernoma, which is showing the cut surface, which is typically brown in appearance, while the middle photomicrograph is showing these lipid cells have got a central nucleus, and this central nucleus, which is indented, is surrounded by multiple vacuoles which stain positive for neutral fat, while extreme right, the same picture is under higher magnification. This is the hybridoma, which is showing both the features of lipoma and hibernoma, which was subsequently confirmed on histology.